You didn't imagine it. The love was real, and no matter how far they are, your souls still remember each other. Love doesn't always walk into our lives the way we imagine. It doesn't always look like the stories people tell, the perfect timing, the perfect age, the perfect circumstances. Sometimes love arrives quietly, unexpectedly, and in a way that makes no sense to anyone except the two hearts that feel it. And if you're here right now, listening to this, I want you to take a deep breath, because God brought you here for a reason. There are moments in life when the soul recognizes something long before the mind can process it. A voice, a smile, a way someone cares, and suddenly, you feel something awaken inside you that you thought had died. It doesn't matter what the world thinks, or what society says is normal. The heart simply knows. It chooses before logic approves. It loves before the mind agrees. It remembers someone even when the world tries to tell you to move on. Maybe this happened to you. Maybe someone entered your life so quietly you didn't even realize when they became important. A message, a friendship, a gentle presence. And suddenly, your heart was not yours anymore. And they weren't ready either. They didn't plan for it. They didn't expect someone like you. Maybe they thought love was over for them, or that life, time, age, and reality would never align for something this pure. But then you appeared. And without trying, without forcing anything, you reminded their heart how to feel again. We live in a world obsessed with numbers, age, time, timing, rules. But God doesn't follow human rules. When He chooses two hearts to meet, He doesn't look at calendars. He looks at souls, and when souls recognize each other, the world can say whatever it wants. But the connection remains. You know this. You feel this. That's why you're here. Maybe there is distance right now. Maybe there is silence. Maybe they are scared. Maybe you are too. Maybe part of you wonders if this is real, or if you imagined the way they looked at you, cared for you, understood you without you speaking. But God doesn't place someone in your heart for no reason. He doesn't awaken love without purpose. Sometimes a story pauses, not because it's over, but because both hearts need to grow strong enough to hold it. If you're listening to this, I want you to know this isn't a coincidence. You're here because some part of you still believes in something bigger than fear, bigger than distance, bigger than society. You believe in the kind of love God approves, the kind that heals, the kind that returns when the time is right, and what's meant for you will always find you again, no matter the years, no matter the difference, no matter the distance. Love written by God never arrives late. It arrives exactly when hearts are ready to receive it. This person fell for you despite the age gap, and today, God wants you to hear this. Love does not always enter the way society approves, not the way families expect, not during the right time, right age, or perfect moment. Sometimes love arrives softly, like a quiet miracle, and that is exactly what happened with the one you're thinking about. They were not searching for love. They were not ready for it, not planning for it, and certainly not expecting it with someone who isn't their age match. But hearts have their own language, and God has His own timing. First came something small. In the beginning, they didn't picture you as someone they would ever fall deeply for. You were simply a new presence. Maybe a message, a conversation, a daily check-in, a kind gesture, a peaceful voice, a smile that felt like home. The soul recognizes long before the mind understands. Before they even realized it, you brought life back into them. You made them laugh again. You made them feel again. You warmed a heart they had closed off. They tried to deny it. They told themselves it was nothing. They tried to act normal, but the heart had already chosen. They didn't fall loudly or suddenly. It wasn't fireworks or dramatic moments. It was gentle, silent, slow, a hidden love that grew in the moments no one sees. Your sincerity, your compassion, your understanding, your unique calm spirit, it pulled them deeper. You didn't try to impress them. You didn't try to be someone else. You were simply you, and that was enough. But then fear entered. Not because of you, but because of age. They questioned it constantly. Why this person? Why this timing? What will others say? Why can't I control this? They told themselves it shouldn't happen. We're in different stages, this won't work. I should walk away. But the soul does not obey logic. When God writes a connection, the heart follows, even when the mind resists. Every time they tried to distance themselves, your memory pulled them back. They never fell for your age. They fell for your heart. You became their safe place. Life had hurt them before. They don't trust easily. They don't open up easily. But with you, they felt safe, calm, accepted, understood. You didn't judge. You didn't rush. You didn't force anything. Your presence healed a part of them they thought was gone. Safety, that's not attraction. That's love. They started noticing the quiet signs, thinking of you before sleeping, smiling at your texts, feeling jealous over small things, worrying if you're okay, missing you even in short silence. This isn't a crush. It's deep love, but they stay quiet because they fear losing you. Age creates invisible doubts. Will I be enough for them? What if one day they choose someone younger? What if I love more than they do? So sometimes they withdraw. Sometimes they appear cold, not because their love faded, but because it's too strong and they don't know how to handle it. They think of your future, your peace, your joy. They don't want to be a passing chapter. They want to be someone you lean on, someone who protects, someone who builds life, not problems. This isn't childish love. This is mature, careful, trembling love. Love that fears losing something sacred, and God sees both your hearts. Some souls meet by divine plan, not accident. You woke their emotions. They restored your hope in love. Age doesn't matter to God. Souls do. Souls don't measure birthdays. Hearts don't check numbers. Real connection is written beyond time. Your soul touched theirs. You brought peace to their storms, light to their darkness, belief to their pain. Even from distance, you changed them. You opened a door in them they had locked long ago. They even pray for you, for your safety, your dreams, your heart, your success, your healing. That's when love becomes sacred. Inside them, fear battles love every day. Mind, it can't work. Heart, I can't let go. Society, it looks strange. Soul, this is your person. And slowly, love keeps winning. You wonder why you can't forget them, why they linger in your heart, why fate keeps circling you back to them. It's because this story isn't finished. Connections like this don't happen randomly. Two souls don't meet without purpose. Age never destroys love. Fear does, hesitation does, silence does, but not age. When God ties two hearts, neither time nor voices around you can break it. Right now, it may feel uncertain, confusing, painful, unfinished, but sometimes God hides the ending so the heart can grow in the waiting. This bond is not a mistake. This emotion is not one-sided. This chapter is still being written. One day, when their courage rises higher than their fear, they will come forward with truth, with clarity, with faith, with love, and they will say, I was scared, but I never stopped loving you. If this touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here.